Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to take a look at another G.I. Joe Classified series for you guys. And this time we're going to take a look over one of the Target exclusive figure. Well, back in the day it was releasing during Target, but now I found it at Ross. I was pretty excited for it, so yeah. So the one I'm going to take a look over is this right here. The G.I. Joe Classified series, number 65, Tiger Force Dusty. Now before we continue on, you guys do me a little bit of a quick favor, so I'll be right back. Hey you! Stop what you're doing! Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and enjoy your day. So like I said, I got it at my local Ross, and this figure was the original release at Target. So if you want to find the Tiger Force figures, you have to find it at Target. But now if you're lucky enough in your local Ross, if they have any Tiger Force figures, well, this will cost you around $8, which you can see the price tag. Mine is upside down, so yeah. So you can see here's the front of the packaging is going to look like right here. You can see the nice awesome artwork right here of Dusty. You can see the Target Force logo, the G.I. Joe Classified Series logo right here, the figure right here. Here we have the side of the packaging showing you off right here of the symbols that he has. Nothing on the top, mine is at number 65. Nothing on the bottom. Here's the other side of the packaging of the awesome artwork right there. And here's the back of the packaging showing off everything right here. And this figure is right about 6.5 inches tall. And you can see all the accessories that he comes with. Speaking of can't even speak English right. Speaking of the accessories, let's take a look over it right now. So here's all the accessories that Dusty comes with. If the camera can even focus, there we go. So Dusty comes with his helmet, which by the way, this is just a straight repaint of the original Dusty figure, which I don't have, but one day I will get this figure. So yeah, so he comes with the his helmet with the this part to cover his neck without getting sunburn. His backpack cast in this darker shade of brown. Nice detailing by the way, but I wish they could have some more paint to it. Just my opinion, to be honest with you. And of course, there's nothing for weapon storage. His weapon, of course, and by the look of it, is I think this is like a P90 or something. I'm not sure. If you guys remember, and if you guys are wondering why it's like a P90, I almost got the hiccups. Sorry about that. There was a game I used to play called On Turn. I haven't played this game for a long time, but it's I think it's like the type of assault rifle, but it does also have a bipod right there. I think that's the name of it. Bipod is which if you put the gun on the ground, you will have like a somehow if you're trying to get like a headshot or something, if you're trying to do like sniping position, but this is just a type of assault rifle right there. It does comes with the magazine right here that you just stick it in right there. I was gonna say a combat knife, but it could be wrong. But here you can have his knife right there. Two versions of the goggles right there. One to plug into the figure, and the other one to plug into the helmet. On top of it right there, that you guys can see. It is a loose fit, to be honest with you, for the each helmet, but except for the one for plugging in for the head. But you can see there you go. All right, enough about that. Let's get on with the figure. So here it is, Tiger Force Dusty, and like I said, this figure is just a straight repaint, and this looks pretty good. Now comparing this one with the original Dusty figure, like I said, I don't have it, and comparing that one with the original toy back in the day, and comparing that one with the others Tiger Force figures, Dusty does look pretty cool. But one question is this: why does he comes with a little bit of maroon red on right here and this part right there? But just my opinion. Anyways, the rest of the painted sculpted the detail of the figure looks pretty good. This shade of green right there. What the fuck's going on with this arm? The shade of green with this yellowish color right here. Of course, with the tiger stripe. Hints of brown. And there's a military green right here of this figure. It looks pretty fantastic. And I do like, the camel face on it that you guys can see. I know some people don't like the camel face, but of course, they represent, Tiger Force details right there. So yeah, this part right here is a bit loosely, on the belt area, but that's how it is, unfortunately. And they have some nice details on the shirt right there. If I can zoom in the camera and focus on it, it will say G.I. Joe, and you can say, I think this is part of his last name. And like I said, I don't have the original Dusty figure, so I actually don't know what his real name is. But if you guys are G.I. Joe fans, or hardcore G.I. Joe fans, you can leave the comment down below. And I wish they could add a little bit more paint to it. Oh, forgot one thing. Weapon storage for his knife, by the way. So yeah. I wish they could add a little bit more paint to it. Just my opinion, to be honest with you. I'm just a little bit of nitpicking. So yeah. But the figure does look pretty good. So, articulation-wise, head is on a ball joint. Well, it's on a barbell joint. And if you guys don't know what it is, it's a barbell joint, one here and one here, because this is part of the neck area. It has some articulation, but I'll do that later. So, the head does go 360 degrees. You can look up that far, you can look down that far, and you can look side to side. The neck also has some articulation for the left and right, up and down, and side to side. So, there you go. Arms does go for 360 right there. Does go in and out. By the way, no tightness, no looseness. This is pretty good. And this is one of the problems with this figure. Is this right here. I have no clue why. Anyways, he does have a little bit of butterfly joint. Does go in and out. Swivel at the bicep. Oh, not the bicep. Yeah, the bicep. On the forearms. You have some pinless joints. And by the way, does have a double bend at the elbow right there. Pretty good. If the camera can fucking focus. Anyways, let's try this again. Double bend at the elbow right there. There we go. Wrist can go side to side. And also it's the trigger finger hands, by the way. You do have some ab crunch. An arcing back. The body can move side to side, which I forgot to mention one thing. And no, it cannot. It does go a little bit, side to side like that. And of course like that. Legs can go shift up and down. Can kick forward, cannot kick back because of the design of the ass. But if you ship it down, you get somewhat of it. Do have a thigh swivel right there, where for some reason it's a little bit stiff, but it's still good. Also, pinless joints on the legs right here. A perfect double bend at the knee right there. Pretty nice. And this part is good, like this. This one is a bit stiff. Not cool why. Swivel at the boot area right here. Feet can go up and down. And you can pivot side to side. So articulation, you could do much for articulation. And like I said about this, I have no clue why it does that. I don't know if it's the same thing with every single Dusty figure. So you guys can leave the comment down below. Weapon storage, like I said, you only have for the combat knife. You can store it right there. There you go. And I'll show you what he looks like holding with the knife. If I can try to plug it in to the hands. There we go. You can see with the hands, with the knife on the hand. And if anyone's wondering what he looks like with the goggles on. Nope, I think I got the wrong one. No, I think it is the right one. You want to make sure this piece right here is angled down right to the nose. So you could try to plug it in. I'm not plugging in, like moving all the way in here. There you go. You can see what he looks like with the goggles on right here, and of course, if you put in the helmet on, there you go. But you do have a lot of options to it, to be honest with you. So yeah. And let's just take the knife out, store it on his knife sheath down here on his boots, and let me show you what he looks like with the backpack on. There's a peg hole back here. Just plug it into the back. And there you go. You got Dusty with his backpack on. And, of course, with his P90, I think. And there's a hole right there, so you can plug in any effect piece right there. Any effect piece. So, yeah. So, let's plug in the, let's see if I can move the magazine first. There you go, you got the gun plugged in. Let's plug in with the magazine on. I think I got it backwards. Nope, I got it the right way. I'm a goddamn jackass. Just keep falling off, Jesus. No. I know I'm plugging in the wrong way. Yeah, I think I am plugging into the Wrong way, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I did. I'm an idiot. And there's not a vertical grip, a horizontal grip, so you could try to have the figure. Well, it's hard to do. Also, the other side of the arms have the wrists can go up and down. Yeah, and the right side can go up and down. I forgot to mention one thing, part of the articulation, but I can try to bring it in here. There you go. You can see with the grip on. Yeah, it took me a while to do that, but there you go. And of course, put the helmet on with this version of the goggles right here. There you go. You can see Dusty with this, and he does look pretty cool. So yeah. The figure does look pretty good, minus the quality issue right there. Mostly because of the left side of the arm, which I have no clue why I keep doing that, so yeah. Alright, I'm going to give him the final pose to give you guys my final results, so I'll be right back. You know, overall, Tiger Force Dusty is an actually good figure, but like I said, the only problem I actually do have is this arm right here is just going to move a little bit like that. I don't know if it's the quality of it. Also, I'm just looking around more. I forgot to mention the neck is kind of a little bit elongated. It's kind of a bit creeping me out, but I don't know. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna end this right here. So have fun, safe, and I'm out.